Welcome back to Central Coast Disc Golf. This is part 2 from round 2 of the 2023 Discrafts Cascade Challenge up in Shelton Springs, Washington State. I'm Nate Perkins, joined here with Washington State local Ella Hansen.
What up? We've got back half of our second round here. Ananda with a clean front nine, getting one birdie at the end, and Kat Mertsch staying at even. Stacy Ronsley 3 down through her front nine up into a tie for first. Lots of movement out there on the leaderboard for the FPO.
Yeah, this front nine bit harder. Back nine seems to play a little bit more scoreable.
Absolutely.
Here. So I think we're due for a little bit better golf here on the back for you guys.
For sure. Hole 10, par 4, 505 feet. There is out of bounds on the left and the back. There is a patch of hazard you can see on the right. Those yellow marked trees. And the basket is just about 60, 70 feet inside the gap here. Ooh, and Sai with a bit of a yank, but gets some distance down the fairway. Not in a good position though.
Oh, and that is not banking over, Ella. That's headed for the out of bounds.
Woof, yeah. I made that exact same mistake on day one, and it doesn't feel good.
Did you make that correction today?
I threw a much better tee shot, but
Did you play forehand?
Yeah, much worse approach shot. Yeah, I went with the forehand. I just felt a little more controlled about it. And, you know, this tee is protected. There, like we talked about on the front nine, there's a little bit of wind out there. Not too much, but definitely aren't totally sure what that disc is going to do out in the fairway. You can see those banners flapping. Nice clean shot from Vanessa. So not sure if Sai is looking to kind of penetrate into the gap at all here. She's just playing out wide.
Yeah, pretty hard to access the green. Tall task there. I like that they painted those little trees there with the hazard to just kind of let you know. And Lisa finds an early gap there.
Vanessa lined up nicely with that gap. That looks nice. Yep. Into the bullseye. Great shot. So Kat with the out of bounds stroke, but definitely in position to get up and down for a par.
Just over 200 feet into the green here.
Looks great. Right outside the bullseye. Nice shot from Mertsch. Just pitching up through the gap. And nice putt. Good par save.
Yeah, it's a good up and down from the OB. It's a really nice property that we found here for this Silver Series. It was a wetland that the city approved for the club to design and build a course on.
That's cool. I did not realize that.
Yeah, and there's 3 permanent tee pads on every hole out here.
Yeah, definitely a lot for the tournament directors to work with in terms of figuring out the layouts for the MPO and FPO out here. I really enjoy seeing courses that have multiple tee pads. I think it makes it a lot more accessible for folks of different abilities and skill levels to play together, which I think is overall a good thing. And hole 11, 285 feet, got an island green. Want to play this slight turnover backhand and get up over that first set of pavers, but short of those last set, just like Lisa did right there. Should be an easy birdie for her. That looks really good as well. Nice. A little shorter. That's going to be a dangerous putt for Vanessa.
Yeah, I'm calling this one the signature hole on the course.
I'd agree with that.
It's such a unique, so unique to have an island hole in the middle of a forest and nice little retaining wall to keep your disc from going long. And Kat going Mako, and she needs this to.
Oh, man,
just
as
I
feet
say
like
that.
a foot above that wall.
Yeah, just needs a nearly identical shape to her shot yesterday, just a little bit more air underneath it.
Nothing you can really do. Oh, what? Did that just bounce off the top of the wall and back in?
I couldn't quite tell what that one did.
It looked to me like it was going over the wall. I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of did look like it was.
Maybe it
headed
wasn't,
OB.
but Vanessa certainly getting lucky to stay in bounds there. Nice birdie for Sai. Makes me thinking sure she's not standing out of bounds. That line is painted just on the inside of the retaining wall. So already we've got 4 birdies in the first 2 holes, more than this entire card had on the whole front 9. Getting some under par scores here. And moving to hole 12, par 4. 535 feet. Another one of these holes where you're trying to shape something from left to right off the tee, trying to get as much distance down the fairway as you can and trying to find the biggest gap you can see to the basket after you get down the fairway. This is going to be the main gap we're flying through, kind of lined up nicely, but there is space out to the right and the left to play more of a hyzer or turnover shot into the green.
I've been trying to think of a different term for bomb and scramble so I can, use some different
Can shake it up.
vocabulary. You got anything for that? I was kind of thinking like rip it and reassess.
I like that. I like that.
Let me know if you think of one though, Ella.
I will.
And
yeah, I was actually thinking about that on this hole too, especially just.
You were after we did commentary and then you played it. You're like,
You're like, yeah, that is
that's
very
really how to play
accurate.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you guys at home, if you would want also join in on the fun, try and think of a different term for bomb and scramble. Of course, meaning where you just bomb it up the fairway and not necessarily trying to land anywhere specific. You're just getting distance and then you just, kind of scramble your way to the circle. Right now, we're going to stick with the rip it and reassess.
Strong reaction there for Kat. Getting a left tree kick.
She's like flailing her arms, running after her disc.
I bet she could come up with a pretty funny name for that.
Yeah.
Rare forehand from Vanessa. Getting some good distance, but not all the way to the pin.
I think we barely missed it, but Kat actually prefaced that shot with, "Don't laugh."
Forehand from Lisa, playing that around the left side of the fairway. Beautiful shot. And that might be a good bush if she has footing. That was coming in with some speed, might have skipped outside of the circle. Yep. Good putt from Vanessa out on the knee. Sometimes I feel like, having putts with weird footing where you gotta stretch out can really help putting confidence. I feel like, for me at least, having some other things you gotta adjust for if you've been struggling on the green a little bit. Good birdie for Lisa. Very well done, and a turkey starting off the back nine. Getting herself back under par. Nice stretch of holes for her. So Sai with a one-stroke lead over Lisa and Allie Smith. Kat Mertsch and Stacy Ronsley at 3 down each. We are just seeing a lot of movement. Who's going in first place, and have some good action on this back nine.
Yeah, it's pretty unpredictable, huh?
It is.
At Discraft, we don't wait to see what the future holds. We build it. The future is in your hands.
Hole 13 at Shelton, par 3. They say 340, but I think it plays a little more like 320 or so. Pretty much kind of a pick your gap, hope you hit it kind of shot. You can throw backhand, you can throw forehand. There really is just a couple of these 5-foot wide gaps, and just trying to throw up to the green. Personally, I'm throwing a putter kind of straight at it a little to the right. I know forehand is a popular option, and then there is this kind of sneaky high gap. Yeah, that Lisa is taking. Plays kind of as a flex or hyzer shot.
It must be kind of hard to get the distance on that line, huh?
It definitely is. You got to get it pretty high off the tee. And, the dangers of that is if you do kick a tree, you're pulling a little bit more risk into it. And Sai giving it lots of height. Maybe getting there into circle 2.
Vanessa gonna go flippy fairway here.
Looks really nice.
Wow.
Gets a good tree.
You do have to get lucky late in the flight here.
Absolutely. Cat getting some nice flip up. Oh. My. Wow. What a nice tree kick for Cat. That was an absolute rocket. She was going to be 150 long if that didn't hit anything.
Right.
And kicks it to parked. She will definitely take that. Oh, and we hear Sai on the last hole saying that's going to go in. She's giving it a bid. Nice solid putt for Vanessa.
She's turning things around here on this back nine. It's her second birdie in 4 holes.
Lisa ending her birdie streak with a par. Cat taking some nice tree love for the birdie, getting her back to even on the round.
Yeah, this whole card has kind of turned things around, Ella.
Absolutely. And Sai, I believe she's still bogey free on the round.
That's
so
right.
Putting together very strong round. Moving to hole 14, par 4, 540 feet. We'll see most players throwing a backhand down the right gap, just to the right of where we're flying this drone, trying to land somewhere in this area. It kind of clears out for a little bit, and then the fairway slopes downhill towards the basket. There are some guardian trees around the green and a stump that definitely can stop some good shots in their tracks. That looks a little overturned for Vanessa, but looks like a good kick out into the middle of the fairway.
Yeah, that's very fortunate. If you get past that wall and over there in that dense brush, it's pretty tough.
Looks a little overturned for Cat as well.
Cat's got that tournament juice going right now.
She does. She is throwing some power out there. Little right side, but she should have an angle to get to the pin, maybe with a forehand. That looks a little right side as well. Yeah, catches a tree.
That classic Lisa follow through with the left arm up in the air. This is Lisa's 8th year touring full time, Ella.
Wow. She certainly is a tour veteran.
Lisa's got over $100,000 in career earnings. She's played 295 PDJ events.
Wow.
And she's got 70 wins.
That's pretty darn good. Oh, and
Impressive.
Vanessa.
It's like over nearly 25% win rate.
That's pretty good, if you ask me. I'm definitely not at a 25% win rate.
It's
Not
tough to
even
do on
close.
the tour.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice
What a
shot
shot
from
from
Sai. So it looks like Cat does have a forehand. A little bit sticky with that rough on the right, but getting up to the edge of the circle. And another forehand.
Another one, Ella. Oh, that was smooth.
That was real smooth.
Great.
I don't know if I've ever seen Vanessa throw a forehand in a round I've played with her, so
Really rare.
yeah,
That was a really nice stability choice there.
for sure. Lisa getting just outside the bullseye. Nice putt from Mertsch. half a step outside the circle.
It's a big up and down. She wasn't really in the best spot off the tee.
Absolutely. Good up and down for birdie, and
Forehand plays off there as well.
yeah. Sai getting another birdie. Man, she's playing so clean right now. Making her putts when she has the opportunity. Throwing really good shots. I do that a lot where I try to walk away too fast and then don't actually grab my disc out of the basket.
Yeah, I think a lot of us have done that at this point. Any disc golfers kind of like get caught by the basket, or like when your disc
really
like
just
grabs
think,
the nub,
you really think it's going to be easier than it is. Hole 15, par 3, 250, the shortest hole on the course. There is some rough here on the right side and a tree straight off the tee that kind of forces you to throw either a hyzer flip up backhand. You can throw a flex forehand. There is kind of a high route as well over the top of that rough on the right side.
This really is a little trick shot hole. It's either the hyzer flip that kind of drifts back to the right, kind of that inside out hyzer, or a little baby flex forehand. But it's such a short hole that it's hard to get either of those shapes down.
It is. And I really enjoy this hole, I think.
Yeah.
It's short, but it is definitely challenging. Oh, an early trick kick for Vanessa.
Over it? No way.
Oh my gosh.
Over it, Ella?
I mean, there is definitely a line there. I've seen a couple people I played with really go for that high line, but that snuck through a couple things and almost dunked it. Another forehand from Vanessa. An unfortunate bogey looking like for Vanessa. Nice putt for Sai.
Vertical with that upper body. It's really all in that arm and wrist lever, huh?
Sure is. And that's a real committed putt. It's not super sloped, but there is some foliage down there. Can make for a really tough comebacker. Cat really not happy about that miss.
Lisa nearly dunking it on that fancy line over the top.
And this hole played exactly at even par. There were 7 birdies on the day and 7 bogeys and a lot of pars. So Sai getting a 2-stroke lead at this point. Lisa and Allie Smith both, and Kat Mertsch, excuse me, at 5 down. Sai just playing such clean golf.
Super clean.
Really not making any mistakes. So just,
It's hard to go bogey free out here at Shelton.
it really is.
This is a pretty demanding shape right here. It's 310 feet. Sets up pretty well for a distance forehand shot that kind of pushes around these trees here. You see any good backhands working out on this one?
Yeah, I saw Maria threw a very nice backhand on this hole and got the birdie. But it definitely requires Nice angle control, lots of glide to the right, and there is some very thick rough on the right side that can make it difficult to get up and down if you get an unfortunate tree kick. Little short for Sai, but gets down there pretty far. I think that maybe was a good tree, slowed it down a little so it didn't get any weird sort of cut rolls to the left side.
Did look like it was overturned. God, this is... looks like flippy mid-range here. Not quite getting as much drift as she wanted. Kind of stables out early.
And Vanessa looks like she'll be finding the edge, of this patch of rough. Not really even much to work with there, just trying to pitch it out. Little forehand pitch up for Lisa. Nice little touchy shot. Didn't really realize there was so much kind of rough on that side as well of the basket.
And the sun's back out here in full force. Starting to warm up. Yeah, Lisa's having herself quite the back nine, huh?
She really is.
4 under, bogey free here on the back. She's just 2 off the lead now.
Yeah, and it feels like at this course, like the birdies really can kind of come in spurts like that, where you might not be feeling too hot about your round and you can just rack up a couple birdies and really get back into it.
Tough back-to-back bogey stretch right there for Vanessa. Sai still keeping it bogey free here. Headed over to 17, and they kind of have a bit of a backup here, huh?
Yeah, there was a lost disc on the card in front of me, and definitely took a long time to get that sorted out. So I'm assuming there ended up being quite a big backup on this one. Par 3, 325 feet. Really want to hit it straight off the tee. Get some finish to the left. We'll see some people really pushing the left side early and playing more of a flex play down the fairway, but you can kind of choose to go straight at it, play a little bit more of that baby flex. You see Saya going with that left side, starting it off on that Anheuser angle.
Oh, the last fir tree there.
Really nice shot.
Yeah, 22-footer left for her birdie to extend the lead.
Lisa playing the hyzer flip up.
Swagger from Lisa. You gotta love it.
Good shot.
As soon as it flipped up, just kind of turned her head away from it.
It was going to be decent.
She still has a circle 2 look.
That needs to flip. Gets some good tree love. Wow, getting through that left side. I haven't seen that. That left side can be pretty punishing. Vanessa playing over that right side and maybe getting to the front. That is some really thick rough over there. That's the spot where the card lost the disc, unfortunately.
Oh, wait. Vanessa.
Wow.
Oh, that would have been one heck of a make.
That would have been sick. So cat with a long, kind of deathy look.
It's like one of the few holes out here with a rollaway potential behind the pin.
Absolutely. Nice putt, Lisa.
Just drops it in from 36 feet.
She is shredding this back nine. 5 down.
Yeah,
Wow.
2 over on the front. She just completely changed the story here.
Uncharacteristic airball for Sai and leaving herself with a long look. No, not that long. Longer look than she would like to save the par.
No way. 3 putt for her first bogey of the round, Ella.
On 17 too.
Oh, man.
Rough. Good scramble, saving the par for Vanessa. Suddenly it looks like Lisa and Sai are tied for the lead. That 2-stroke swing. It's getting exciting. I have a feeling, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but I think it's going to be a pretty exciting finish. At least I'm hoping so.
Yeah, this course is so unpredictable. It's, as you said, it doesn't matter, what the lead is. You still have to through all these gaps, and if you're even late in the round, if all of a sudden you lose the confidence on the gaps, they can just all come crashing down.
Absolutely. Hole 18, par 4, 635 feet. Really want to throw pretty straight off the tee and hyzer up into this gap. There is a little bit of a gap as well if you push a little longer off the tee. And then we've got a nice elevated basket. That looks good for Cat if it stays straight. Yeah. Way around the corner. That is going to be in amazing position.
That's ideal right there. How far do you think she threw it off the tee?
I'm going to say like 375 maybe.
Probably a pretty good guess.
Kind of hard to tell on the distances too on certain holes if they're taking the widest route possible or more of a direct line. That looks really good from Sai. Not quite as far down as Cat, but still in a great position. Oh, Lisa's second shot catching a tree. Oh man, there's a couple of trees out there late in this fairway that can really just knock discs down. You don't necessarily see them.
Lisa really needs to get up and down here. Does just that.
Wow.
Finds a little gap on the hyzer line, and Sai's lining up that same line. Okay, just taking it a bit lower.
Wow. Nice shot from Sai. Skipping it into the green.
Oh, it's a favorable little kiss that puts the nose back up. Just to move to 6 under par.
Solid, right in the middle. Nice confident putt from Cat.
And 2 down on the back 9 to shoot 2 overall.
Good finish for Vanessa. Bit of a tough round for her. Couldn't quite fight back after a couple of bad holes on the front. Sai grabbing a birdie after her first bogey of the round.
That's going to give her a one-stroke lead over Lisa and Kat after a pretty good par save from Lisa.
And yeah, a lot cleaner on this back nine, Nate, than the front nine. Absolutely feels a little bit more scoreable, but yeah, you can see just those 3 birdies for the whole card on the front nine and so much more green on the back nine.
Yeah, pretty enjoyable 9 holes there. And the stage is set for tomorrow. Allie Smith, first year full-time touring, is that right?
That's
and she's
correct.
out of Kansas City, Missouri. She's repping DGA. She's out there grinding all season long. She joins us on the lead card tomorrow. She's just going to be a few strokes back. And thank you guys for joining us here on Central Coast Disc Golf for the Cascade Challenge. From Ella Hansen and Nate Perkins, we will see you tomorrow for the final round.